Hi, everybody. I'm Darcy Justin, and this is Love Your Midlife. If you have subscribed to the channel, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you are new, welcome, welcome. I hope that you'll hang around. I hope that you'll stay. I hope that you'll catch some of our videos that are just all about inspiration and motivation for midlife. Such an interesting time in our life, isn't it? So, I hope that if you are kind of bored and kind of stuck in a rut, I hope that you'll stick around because we're going to talk about why not try something new. So stick around for that. I hope that you will check out some of the other playlists on the channel. I also have a new podcast. I would love for you to check out that, Your Dreamy Midlife, and all of the other things that I have going that you can stay connected are at down below. So I hope if you like the video, you'll like the video. I hope that you'll subscribe to it down below. And if you have any interest in coaching at all, I hope that you will let me know and we can do a free 30-minute discovery call and see what's going on in your life and talk about that. So many of us coming to the end of the summer in the United States, we're kind of stuck in a rut a little bit. And we're wondering why it seems like our life is a little bit boring. Maybe we're tired of our day-to-day routine. It's just not working for us. And would you like to increase your confidence while trying something new? Wouldn't that be a cool thing to do? Or maybe you're ready to discover a new facet of your personality. That can happen in trying something new. Also, you could try something new and just absolutely love it. And it would just light you up and fire you up, and all of a sudden you just be really excited about something for a change. Wouldn't that be nice? There are so many reasons to step out of your comfort zone and step into a new experience. So we're going to talk about that today, and I hope that you will give this some credence. You may be very surprised. What are some things that you could do differently in your life that wouldn't necessarily cost a lot of money, but could change your day-to-day routine, change your attitude, maybe change your perspective? Maybe you feel like, oh, I don't really feel like I'm as interesting as I used to be. Or maybe you're feeling like maybe you're kind of dull and you want other things to talk about. Well, here's a list of some things that you could take a look at. Have you tried meditation? Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I actually have a Love Your Midlife meditation playlist on my YouTube channel, so you could check that out and try meditation. I can't tell you all the benefits of meditation. You may not find it to be the most exciting thing you've ever done, like jumping out of a plane, but it is something new. It brings a whole new perspective into your world, and it can really, really get you grounded in some areas and maybe help you deal with some things that you like that are going on in your life, and maybe help you deal with some things that you don't like. Have you thought about taking a class? Looking at, there's not a lot of days till the end of the year. What kind of class could you take? What are you interested in? What are you like, oh, I really want to take a class in geography, or maybe you live in a part of the country, you really want to take a class into the historical significance of where you live, or maybe want to take a class in basket weaving. I did that once. Don't laugh. It really was very cool. It was the old-fashioned way to make baskets, and I was like, this is really hard. Oh my gosh, these women were amazing. Sit and weave these baskets for days. Okay, what else could you try? How about try cooking something you've never cooked before? That could be really interesting. I do that every once in a while. I either get online, or I go to Pinterest, or I drag out a cookbook, and I'm like, what have I never made? One time I actually made calamari from squid. that was definitely an experience. From now on, I buy it when I go out to eat. But what could you do that would just be, oh my gosh, I really want to make this. I really want to try that. Maybe it's grilling, smoking, cooking, stewing, baking. Maybe you've never made a pie before. You have to try that. That's definitely an experience. What about if you joined a theater group or something local in your area that would sort of get you out of your comfort zone, get you around some new people? I do community theater and I love it. It's so fun. If you don't want to act, you can go do costumes, you can work on a set. Many, many communities have theater or any kind of performances that are really, really cool. Okay, how about learn a new language? That's a great one. I would love to be conversational in French. I don't know if it'll ever happen. It's been on my bucket list a couple times and it has fallen right off. But it is definitely a big interest of mine to be conversational in another language. So that's a really cool, and they have so many programs now that you can pick up a language fairly easy. All right, what else? How about volunteering somewhere where you've never volunteered before? Maybe the food bank, or maybe plant trees, or you would be amazed at how trying something new like that puts you with a whole new group of people, and it can be so much fun. All right, so outside, try something you've never tried before. So last year, I have a son in college, and he's like, Mom, I want to go paddleboarding. And I was like, is that when you stand up on that board? And I don't think so. And he pushed me to do it. And it was really hard. I'm not going to lie. I did get up. I did stand up on the paddleboard without falling off of it. And then you have a paddle to balance you. So it's kind of a ninja thing. You get up on this paddleboard and but it was a really cool experience, and it was a great experience to do with him and have him see that it doesn't matter what age you are. You can go canoeing, you can go skydiving, you can go paddleboarding. It doesn't really matter. Did I love it? No. Would I do it again? Yes. So it falls into that category. Anything on the water is really fun to try, right? Before it gets too cold outside. Try a new sport. Everybody's doing pickleball, and lots of people play tennis, and tennis is such an amazing social sport. So it doesn't matter if you've never played before. I had a friend that picked up tennis at 65, and she was in the finals. She just picked it up. She loved it, and it was a great way to stay in shape. So trying a new sport is a great way to stay in shape. You don't have to go to the gym. You're around a lot of cool women. And look out there and see what's going on in your area. What are your friends and neighbors doing? Try that. Take dancing lessons. That's really fun. If you don't have a partner, a lot of times they can partner you up with someone, but it is really fun. You have to give it 3 or 4 tries. Don't just try dancing once and go, I didn't like my partner. I didn't like the music. Give it a chance. Don't give it a chance. Try it more than just once. There's also adult ballet, there's adult jazz, there's adult creative. So try that. There's Zumba, there's all of this really fun stuff. You can get your body moving. Have fun and be getting in shape at the same time. That is a winner for me. I love that. All right, so what else could you do? Are you journaling? Are you journaling? We're going to be talking about journaling this fall because I really strongly believe in journaling. But if you haven't started journaling yet, that's a really cool thing to start doing. And it's amazing. You may want to journal about what you want to try new. That would be kind of an interesting experience. If you're not really into journaling, writing can be very cathartic and it can be very healing. Write a poem. Write a poem to your husband, your partner. Write a poem to, if you've lost one of your parents, write them a poem. Write someone a letter. You don't have to mail it. You can just write a letter to someone and never even mail it. But writing is a great way to bring out a whole nother side of you. So consider that. All right, so what are the 5 reasons that we want to try something new? Warns off boredom. All right. You can't say you're bored if you're always trying something new, or at least once a week or once a month. Try something new. It's going to help you keep from being bored because we all get bored. Some of us faster than others, but I get bored pretty easily. So I need to stay moving all the time. And so I love to try something new. I mentioned this before, but number two is you get to meet new people. So a lot of times in midlife, we're stuck in a rut. Maybe we lost a spouse, maybe we quit a job or we're changing jobs, and our friendships are cattywampus, right? They're not the same, they're different. We need new friends, we need to change our friendships. Trying something new can put you around new people. If you love to be outdoors and plant trees, find your local group that plants trees, and you will be outside doing something you love, and you'll meet other tree planting people that like to do what you like to do. So that's also a win-win, right? Um, Number three, it leads to new learning. Trying something new really helps you go, wow, I just learned something new. That builds our confidence, our self-esteem. It gives us interesting things to talk about. If you feel like you don't have any interesting things to talk about, try something new, right? And then next time you see your girlfriend, you're like, oh my gosh, I tried paddleboarding. Oh, I tried this. Oh, I tried that. And you'll encourage other women to go and try some new things. So it also will give you a new perspective, right? Whenever we do self-discovery, we are able to have a new perspective on our life. Wow, I didn't know I was that strong. Wow, I didn't know I was that smart. Wow, I didn't realize I could do that. Wow, I learned a language in 90 days. That's amazing. So it will give you a new perspective on your life. Even if you love it or hate it, it doesn't really matter when you try something new. It'll still give you a new perspective. One way or the other, it's going to happen. Um, the next thing is it'll trample down fear. The thing that keeps us stuck and in a rut and unhappy is we're afraid. We're afraid to try something new. We're afraid to step out of our comfort zone. What if it doesn't work? What if I'm not any good at it? I wasn't good in sports when I was growing up. I was the theater, musical, painter. I was the creative child in the family. And my sister was an athlete. She played softball and basketball and everything. And so my dad pushed me to join a basketball team, and I actually made a basket for the other team. I kid you not. That's how bad I was. I tried softball once, and basically they never wanted me to come up to bat because I couldn't hit the ball. So I get that, but it is really, really important to deal with your fears and move through your fears. And I tried those things even though I didn't like them. And then later in life, I tried some other things that were athletic, and I was much better because I had more confidence. I built my confidence up in other areas. So I was willing to try tennis. I was willing to try other sports and other things. So you don't want to just try something once when you're a kid and go, oh, I could never hit a ball again. Well, I was actually not that bad at tennis when I started playing tennis in my 30s. So just realize that it's always good to try something new. And just because it didn't work when you were a child or when you were a young adult doesn't mean it's not going to work when you're 50 or 60 or even 70. You can learn how to paint. You can do photography. You can pick up cool hobbies. There's all kinds of things you can do. Sometimes our childhood is very eye-opening to what we would love. If you love to play outside, when I was little, I loved to play outside. I loved to play in the mud. I was never a TV watcher. And guess what? As an adult, my comfort zone is outside. I love to be outside. I love to garden. And so a lot of times our childhood is a window into maybe what we love or what we really, really feel comfortable with and we feel safe and good. But just because you tried a sport or photography or art when you were a child and you weren't good at it or you didn't like it, doesn't mean you shouldn't try it again. So That's a big thought there. But think about that. And the last thing is this is your life. This is your life, girl. You do not get another one. So if you want to try something new, there is no time like today. Live it your way. Live your life your way. Have as much in your life as you want. Don't let anybody keep you from doing the things and trying the things that you want to do. I always wanted to jump out of an airplane. I know, but I don't mind heights. Heights don't bother me at all. And I was like, that would be such a rush. So for Mother's Day one year, my kids are like, here you go, Mom. We're taking you to the place. You're going to jump out of a plane. And I want to tell you, it was magical. It was magical. I was strapped to another person. That's called tandem skydiving. And it was a dude, so that was kind of weird. Not going to lie. But as soon as I jumped out of the plane, it was magical. I could see for miles. I could see the sun. It totally changed my perspective on my life and my world. And I'm not saying go jump out of a perfectly good plane unless you want to. I loved it. But don't be afraid to try something because this is your life and your time, and you need to remember that. Guess what? There are only 131 days left in this year. Can you believe that? And I don't even want to talk about Christmas because that's, oh my gosh, that's so much stress. We don't even want to think about that. All right, but there are 131 days left in the year. How could you make them count? What could you do this year and say, this year I did this, even if it's in the last week of this year, at least you did it. And you can say, I did it. I feel so good about it. How do you bust out of your routine? How do you go for it? Make a list of some things you want to do. Make us a list of some things you want to try. Don't make up excuses. Make up reasons to go do it. That's my challenge to you. I challenge you right now to go try something new and make a list of things that you want to do and not even think about reasons why you don't want to do them. Most of these things don't cost that much. There are a lot of things you can do that don't really cost much at all, but you can try them. You can try an ice cream you've never tried before. You can make a dinner you've never made before. Or you could go jump out of a plane. It's all good. It's all fun. So I want to challenge you in the next 131 days to try something you've never tried before. Try something new. Build your confidence, which we all need in our midlife. We can all use more confidence. And I just have one more thing to say. What are you waiting for? I hope that you go for it. And I hope that I will see you soon. Bye, loves.